Hello and welcome to my channel Making Crafts. Today I am continuing to work on my January junk journal planner. And so today I've already made the cover, and then I made the cover page for January, and I've made the calendar for the month of January. So now I am going to work on my weekly spread. And I haven't decided what I'm going to do with this yet. I do like this during the month, so I may just have to decorate it up to match my journal. And so I do not use these to-dos, so I'm going to pull those out and then lay those aside somewhere. And let's see, what is this? This hooks to the January one, the February one. I said that wrong. I'm going to keep it in there for now. And then what does this one? It attaches to this page, and I do like this page, so I'm going to hold off before I do anything to it. And I may just cover that one. And so now it's time for the weekly spread. And so I do use my Happy Planner kind of like a bullet journal. I draw out my pages for each week. And I don't know if I'll continue that this year. I'll have to see as I do this journal. I may just print out some and just glue them on. But I like to try different things each month anyway, so we'll see. And since I do homeschool my boys, I have a checklist that I do each week of some of their assignments that I want them to get done, and so I just check it off each day. But then in the back of my journal, I actually keep, in the back of my planner, I keep a detailed list of what all they're supposed to be doing for the year. So I'm going to attach these to the page somewhere. I'm not sure. I add them to little tags. Normally I draw them out. Let me see if I can find a page from last year where I draw out. Here, so yeah, normally I draw them out like this and then just check them off, but this time I'm going to try the tags and let's just see. And if I don't like it, then next week I can draw it off, or next month, whichever. If I make up a bunch, then it doesn't matter. I can change it. You can always change it. It's just paper, and the good thing about this planner is the pages can be removed and you can just start all over. So these, I think I told you last time, I printed these. It's a digital file I had, and I printed these onto dotted grid paper. And so the back side has the dot grid too. So what my thoughts are is I will start with just a plain one here with my weekly spread, and then I'll have the floral one over beside it. So this is kind of my brain dump where I write down ideas for YouTube or ideas for school or ideas for different things that I need to remember. And then as you flip it over, you'll have a weekly spread and then a journal page. So for my weekly page, I sometimes add stickers or I draw it up, but today I'm going to be stamping. So I'm going to take a sheet of paper and put underneath it so I don't stamp all over my mat, and I'm going to try to stamp this page and decorate it up. And then I have some cutouts from that same file that I printed the journal pages. It came with some cutouts, and so I've cut those out, and I'm going to add them to the page as well. So let me see here. I'm going to be using this stamp that I used on the monthly page. Let me see, wipe that off. It's got ink still on it. So I'm going to be using the stamp that I used on the monthly page, the little kind of like a leaves and vine sort of stamp, and I'm going to try it around the edges of this page and just see how it looks. And so it's just, I like to experiment with my weekly pages in my planner because it's fun to have a decorated up page, and it doesn't have to be perfect because it's just using it for 1 week, and it's just nice to have something pretty to look at when you're doing your planning throughout the week and checking off your schedule. So I'm just trying to kind of put the end against the tip of the leaf, and I'm okay with it going off the edge, that I don't have to have the whole thing on here for every time I stamp. It is working itself off a little bit more, so I'm just going to kind of work it back on the page. So I'm still going with the blue theme, so I'm using like a navy stamp pad here, and just trying this out to see how it works. Like I said, it's just paper. We can always start over if we need to, so don't stress it, just start. You know, a lot of people hold off on doing any crafts because they're just nervous, and I've been the same way before. I don't want to destroy something. I don't want to mess up. But you know, it is just paper, and you can just start over. And most of the time you can rebuy whatever paper it was. It's not going to be something super valuable. But if you do have some expensive supplies that you want to try it out on the a cheaper paper at first. You know, try it on copy paper or something like that that's cheaper, and then try to, you know, so you can practice and get the hang of it. If you're nervous and don't want to get started because you're afraid you're going to destroy something, then just try on a piece of cheaper paper, copy paper. You could actually try it on like junk mail, anything. Try out your techniques so that if you're on especially if you're in a really strict budget, and sometimes I am, and so I don't want to mess up my supplies. And so, yeah, you can use anything to practice your stamping on or practice some sort of technique that you're doing. And I'm trying to find one little flower. I just want one single flower by itself. And so, yeah, you can try it on anything. So, you know, there's really no excuse to not get up and just try. And just try some art, try something. You know, it always does good for you to get up and work on some projects, because it just makes you feel better. It does me anyway. And if you don't feel like getting up today, hopefully this video will bring you some comfort, and you can give you something to watch while you're not feeling as good and don't feel like getting up and doing. I have days like that I don't feel like getting up and crafting, and so those days I rest and watch YouTube and watch some of my favorite YouTubers. So either way, maybe this will inspire you, though, that when you do feel better, you can get up and try something. So I'm going to be adding these flowers right here, just in the corner there. And then I'm going to add this one single little rose, and then I'm going to add the butterfly with it. And it's very convenient that was faded there, because I'm just going to put the rose right over it, which it wasn't really bothering me. But once I looked down there and saw I was putting the rose, I said, well, why not just, I thought to myself, why not just cover it up? So that's what I'm going to do. And then I'm just going to add this little butterfly here too, because I think it needs more than just the one rose down there. And I do like how this turned out. At first, when I was looking at it, I didn't know if I was going to like it, because how it just keeps making that the curve look. I wanted it kind of be, I looked in my stamps to see if I had another one that didn't curve the same direction so that it could wind around the page. But I actually like how it frames the page once I got through stamping them all together. And I don't know if I mentioned where this stamp came from, but it was from the Crafter's Companion. It was an Advent calendar where you opened each day and you got a stamp and a die to go with that stamp. So I actually got the dies to cut this out if I wanted to. And that might have been cool if I had cut it out and put some around the edge. But since I've glued it down, I won't this time, but maybe for the following week I might try that. Or sometime this year I'll try it. But okay, so I have my border and I have my edges, and now I'm kind of just going to have to wing it and figure out what I want to do. I maybe not should have glued that down. Well, that would have covered it up if I would have. I'm thinking of just adding these tags just as decoration onto the page. And if you wanted to have a planner, you don't have to do all this. I know. I just enjoy this. I enjoy playing around with my planners and doing different things. And so I'm thinking I'm going to put them both at the bottom, because I don't think I want them. Well, they both could go like this, and then I could put the days right there. Now I've got to think. I could do that one. I don't want them both going the same direction, do I? So if I did that one like that, tucked under the little rose, and then this one kind of like this, and then, or do I want it just down here? This is when I need to be able to hear responses from you guys, so you can tell me what looks best to you, which way you would go. And I do have one where I could just match them. That might look better just like that. Let's see. It's really not going to make that big a difference. Let me find my my ink. I like to ink the edges of these tags. Let me see if I can do that. Ink it in brown. I thought for a moment, should I ink it in blue? But I think I should go with brown. This one I may need to get out a darker brown. These are just some ink pads I've had for years and years. So let's see. I like that better. Now, as I was doing that, I had a thought. What if I don't want to use all of these up for the navy because I don't use navy that often. What if I took the navy and just went around the edge just a little bit with the navy? Let me see if I can get this sponge. It's kind of flat. Got to figure out a way to use it. Tell you what, I have tons of this style pad that's really for alcohol ink, but I'm going to try it since I have tons of. I don't have a lot of these. I need to order more of these, and I don't want to use up the ones I have because I'm not sure I'm going to order more. So I like to save stuff like that if I'm not going to making an order soon. And I might need to put in my order to scrapbook.com for more. But I just had an order with them, and I didn't order them, so I may wait. So yeah, maybe, oh, I might like that better to do it like that instead. It was hard the way I was doing it. So just slide it in. Don't want to wrinkle it up too much. This paper is 100, I think GSM's what it said. And I'm not good at knowing what thickness of paper is going to be when I get it. So I thought 100 would be what I needed, but I really think I should have went with 120 to match the sheets that's in a Happy Planner, but I think this is going to be okay. I'm going to use the pack. I'm not going to waste it. I'm going to use it, and we'll see. If I have a lot of trouble with it, then I'll have to do something. And you know what I just thought about? I have got to hole punch this, so let me punch that and see how bad it's going to look. I may need to, before that totally dries, pull that flower off and move it forward. If I can. Let's just punch it and see. It doesn't bother me at all, so that's going to be fine. I'm not bothered by that. Okay, so I like with it inked around the edges. Now my thoughts are, should I add a little blue to this tag? Let's just see what happens when I do just a little spot. Kind of makes it blend with the page. Just do that real quick. Add just a little bit of blue to it. Just get a hint of blue on it so it kind of all matches. And I know I don't do everything by the rules. It's a lot of difference from what others do, but when I think of something, I like to try it. I like to try new things, even if it messes it up, then I learned from my mistakes, but I like to try and see try different things. I like the blue hint that's on there. And I think for this week, I believe I'm going to do them both at the bottom and then put my days up there. That's what I'm thinking at the moment. I could put everything straight. I've never been really one to line everything up straight, but that might be cute like this, just to put it straight. Lots of decisions, and I don't want to write out my days till I totally figure it out. What if I pull this up just a little? Tuck that there just a little. I'm going to leave it like that for this week, and then I'm going to write in my days. So let's go ahead, and should I tape that down or glue it down? I could use washi tape, or I could just glue it. I'm just going to glue it. I think it'll be easier than digging out my tape because I don't see my tape laying up on the counter. I think I put it back on its spool. I got some new carts to organize my stuff, and so they came with these rods as part of them where you're supposed to hang like your vinyl, when people who use the vinyl like for t-shirts or vinyl lettering and stuff, and so it's supposed to hold the roll of vinyl, but I don't use vinyl in my craft area. I have used vinyl, I have it out in my studio, but I don't use it in my craft area, so I used all the rods and put rolls of washi tapes, and I tried to group them in color themes, And I did put a picture on Instagram of one of the carts that I did that on, but I don't think I've added all the pictures on there. So if you want to see that, you can go to my Instagram, and I have it linked below to my Instagram. And also, I'm going to link below, if I can remember and find the file name, I'm going to link where I got this file for these journal pages and for the flowers and stuff. It's all one file, and the tags came in that file as well. Now the tags, I edited them to have my children's school subjects on it, but and it is where you can edit the tags and stuff. So I did that, but I will try to link that below. Okay, let me see. I'm just going to find a pencil. I like to write in a pencil first and then trace it so if I mess up. And I'm going to write the days of the week. So I'm going to leave a little to-do spot up here. Sometimes I give myself little notes up here. Well, I have, not up here, but like when I have, let me think on one of my pages. Like when I have a little section, I try to have like a little to-do spot where I can give myself little reminders of things I think throughout the week that I need to do. And so I'm going to just leave a little spot up here for that. And then I'm going to write the days, because I only plan in my journal for the days of the week. So it's actually Monday through Friday, not the weekend. Because I really don't make a lot of plans for the weekend. I try to keep those free. And I may need to raise it up just a little. And I'll just put a small one here for this week, because right now we are staying home a lot, so we don't have a lot of activities outside the home, so I'm not going to have to worry about putting much in here. So my kids do some online lessons for their music, and so I like to put those on this page so I can remember for them to sign on and you know, contact their teachers in time each lesson day. So that's what I use a lot of this for right now, since we aren't going out of the home much. And so yeah, I'm just using a basic pen today because I wanted blue ink with the blue. I'm going blue with everything for this one. So, and then what I'm going to do is I am going to erase the pencil once I get done. And I might have just wrote it out with ink, because I'm not really writing any special letters today, just my normal handwriting. I think I messed up right there, but oh well. It'll be okay. It will be fine, and I don't know if it's too soon. This ink didn't smear last time I tested it, but I think I'll wait just a moment and let it dry before I do the erasing. And then up here I'm just going to write to do. I just keep it very simple, nothing fancy. So that is just the first page, and then I'm going to hole punch these journal pages. So let me do that real quick, and then we'll add them. Okay, so I knocked something over. So we'll add them. Nothing major, it's just a little rack. It'll be okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and hole punch these, and then I'll add them into the journal. And then I've got to decide some other pages I want to put into my junk journal planner. So I'm going to have to think about that though, because I'm just sort of coming up with this as I go along, because I'm not sure what all I'm going to need. Each year is different. And I hole punched this wrong, because it should have been punched on this side. So that's okay. That will be fine. Because what I will do, so I'm going to go ahead and add these. And then I'm going to go back and print another one of these, and I will just put it on this side, and then for that 1 week it'll be different, and then starting the next I'll have my Drone Weekly here, and then my Brain Dump here, and same as we go through here. So that's no big deal. Let me look and see if I have any lace that is, and I'll link below too where I got my lace from. She has some really good prices, and so I will, it's a shop on Zibbit, and I will link, because I can't remember the name of the shop, but I will look it up and see. There's a little bit of blue lace. Let's see. I don't think I have any other blue lace. Let me see what other one I might want to use in this. I like using lace. I'm not sure at the moment. I know which one I'm looking for, but I don't Not seeing it right off. I may have put it somewhere. Here's the one I was thinking of, that little loopy there. So let me put this back. Okay, so I'm thinking I need to add blue lace somewhere for January. But where should I add it? I probably should have added it to this front page, but I don't think I will now that it's done because I really like it. It would look pretty with lace though, wouldn't it? But that's going to cover up my tab. So I don't want to cover up my tab. How would it look to add lace on this page? Or do I add the lace at the very beginning here? That would cover that up, so I don't want to do that. So I think what I'm going to do is I am going to add the lace. Let's see if I can move this up just a little. If I mess it up, it's no big deal. I can reprint that, no problem. So I'm not even worried about it. So then I could do it like that. And I think, like that, you think? Or I could put it back down and I could just fold it over, like glue it like this, and then fold it over again so that it doesn't cut into the days of the week. How do I like that? I think that would be fine. So let's do it that way, and then I'll just glue that back down. Okay. So I'm just going to attach it like this first. So let's just put a line of glue just down the page here. And I don't think I'm going to draw out the weekly pages today. I'm going to try out that one with the tags and see how I like it. And then I'll come back next week after that I use that page, and I will make up the next one, and maybe I make the whole month if I know then what I want to do. And sometimes that's how I do. I may make up my calendar for my planner for the month, and then sometimes I do it a week at a time just so I can change it and decide what works and what doesn't. And since we're starting a new year, and you know, there's just different things that change throughout each year, so I want to see what works as we start back to school and start back to work and start back to everything. I want to see, you know, what schedule works, because I may need to add something different to the pages, and I may need to change some things up. So I'm always open to doing that, so that if I don't go ahead and draw all the pages up, I can do that. And I'm just using my ruler because it would be easy to wash the top of it off, because the glue is pushing through, but I want to make it flat, and I like that. I'm glad that I added that on there. So I'm just going to get it like that, and then we'll snip it off. Let me find my scissors. And I'm really happy with how this planner is coming along. I think I'm really going to enjoy it, but I love how that looks. So now I have the cover with all this little lace and stuff, and I have this, and then I'm going to skip over because I didn't decide what to do with those pages, and then I think that looks really good along this edge. So I am really happy with this planner so far. And then I've still got to figure out what I'm going to do with that page. Maybe I add some lace and add some of that paper to the top that I used on this page. Maybe that's what I do. I'll have to think about it. And so yeah, I'm really thrilled. I'm excited to start using my planner. So I think I'll go through and erase all my pencil marks now. And thank you so much for watching. And thank you so much for subscribing. I've really been excited with all the new subscribers that I have gotten. And I love to see your comments and to hear from you and hear what you think about each project that I do. So please comment below. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so. And if you want to get notified each time I upload a video, then just click the bell. And be sure to like the video. And so I'm working on a giveaway for when I reach 250 subscribers. So hopefully we will get there soon, and I can hopefully I can get that giveaway completed before then. And thank you so much, and have a great day, and Happy New Year. Bye.